Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about key terms and concepts from energy, work and power. Energy is explained as ability to do work. Work on objects can be done by several processes which are pulling, pushing, lifting, turning, and so on. The basic principle of universe is that the energy can neither be destroyed nor can it be created. However, it can be converted from one form to another. For example, in case of an electric iron, electricity is converted into heat energy. In case of ceiling fan, electrical energy is converted into kinetic energy. Two important types of energy we will discuss here are kinetic energy and gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy is given by EP. It is the energy possessed by an object due to its position in the gravitational field. In formula, it is given as multiplication of mass, gravitational field strength and height. The gravitational potential energy solely depends on the height of the object from surface. If the height of the object is more, the gravitational potential energy held by an object will be more. As you can see in the formula, H is directly proportional to the gravitational potential energy. So, as the height of the object from the surface increases, its gravitational potential energy increases. Mass m and gravitational field strength G remains the same. Next up is the kinetic energy, which is given as EK. It is the energy possessed by an object due to its motion. Any object that is in the motion possesses some kinetic energy. It can be a ball thrown in the air, or a vehicle moving on the road, or a ceiling fan rotating. All of them have kinetic energy. Mathematically, it is given as half times mass times velocity squared. Kinetic energy is directly dependent on the velocity of an object. If the object is moving with the greater velocity, it will have a larger kinetic energy. Gravitational potential energy can be converted into kinetic energy if an object at a certain height begins to move toward the surface of the Earth. For example, if a ball is held at 20 meters from the ground, it will possess only gravitational potential energy, which will depend on the height of the ball from the ground. If the ball is released, it will attain some acceleration and will begin to move toward the ground due to the gravitational force of the Earth. As the ball begins to move toward the ground, its gravitational potential energy will begin to convert into kinetic energy. And the kinetic energy will depend on the velocity of the ball. The principle of conservation of energy states that the energy cannot be created or destroyed, however, it can change its form. So the total energy of the system remains constant. This means, after the conversion of one form of energy to another, the total initial energy should be equal to the total final energy. This means that the amount of gravitational potential energy converted into kinetic energy must be equal to each other. Work done on an object, given as W, is the product of force acting on a particular object, and the displacement it travels by using that force. So, formula for work done W can be given as the product of the force applied on the object and the displacement it is traveled from the initial position to final position, which is given as S. SI unit of energy and work done is given as joules. Power is another concept which is related to work, as it is the rate of work done, which means how much work is done in the given time. Theoretically, power can be given as P equals W divided by T, which means work done divided by time or energy divided by time. The SI unit of power is watt, which is given by the capital letter W. Or it can also be expressed in joule per second, as here joule is the unit of work done and second is the unit of time. Another important aspect of energy conversion is its efficiency. For example, when we use a computer, the electrical energy is converted into many other forms of energy. In case of songs, it gets converted into the sound energy, it gets converted into the light energy and heat energy. Energy efficiency is the ratio between useful energy output and the energy input. We want all the electrical energy to get converted into the desired form of energy. Efficiency is given in form of a ratio, the ratio that describes the energy input and energy output of that electrical appliance.